We are here at Portland at the after party with the founders of this idea, Addie, Bogart, and Brett Cates. And we're just doing a quick little interview. So, ladies and gentlemen, tell us why. Why the after party?
You want to start?
Well, Brett and I were brainstorming, as we do, on a long drive, and we were talking about a mutual account, Valerie Yalwit, who is coming down to meet us in Portland to see frames. And we felt like we wanted to rent out a nice Airbnb and kind of treat her, and maybe invite a couple of other independent reps too that she wanted to see. And the event just
this came out of serving one account.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this is Valerie.
Yeah.
This is the lady that told me to write on Facebook
Yeah.
that Vantage lenses scratch like a motherfucker, and she told me to write that.
Okay.
She's the best.
Okay.
And we wanted to really show her that we appreciated the fact that we didn't have to
Yes.
fly all the way to Alaska.
She was coming to us.
And
yeah.
she's a great account. She knows what she wants. And we wanted to show her that we cared. And so this idea was also partly for a place for us to stay.
Mm-hmm.
And it was through Airbnb. And when we first got it, we said, okay, let's go to the residential neighborhoods. Let's find a house, a mid-century house. We want this kind of cool aesthetic, maybe a view of Portland. And then we were on Airbnb, and this place comes up, this room that we're in, this Jade Lounge place. And we're like, oh, a restaurant. Okay, it's catered. It's got a bar. This is great.
Perfect.
Right? And
so then it became, let's invite a few more reps. I posted a very brief ad on one of the Facebook groups that we belong to, and we very quickly got contacted by about six or eight reps. I took the post down. Brett texted me immediately. He's like, take the post down. And so we took it down and just started building on it. After talking with Eugene and arranging this venue, I had a couple of phone calls with him, and he said that you're going to need my bigger space. And I said, well, I don't want to move, the venue, and we'd already had a lot of the flyer made up. So he's like,
yeah,
it's right next door. So that's how we came to be at the Slide In.
So then you guys called me, and I'm a lab, which is a little different. And before this thing, I said, I don't want to be out in the corner,
Yeah.
on the
butt end.
the hind tit thing. What was your reasoning there to have a lab? What was the basics?
There's so many box brands out there, and there's so many, lab companies, lens companies, that the way they sell it, you just can't trust them. And I feel like Badass Lab is an independent lab that's in the same group as all these great companies that know how to tell a story and sell a brand. And we felt like we needed a lab represented, and you were the guy. And
oh, thank you.
And that's why we invited you. We love you.
So it's about a little more than halfway through the event, and we got to go quick because you guys have clients to see. But how has it been so far? I think it's been wild, over the top success.
Amazing.
But let you tell us. Yeah.
We've had one of the reps put boots on the ground, handed out flyers, and so grateful to her for doing that. Brett has taken over the marketing on Facebook. We created our own Instagram. We promoted it, spent a very small amount to promote it. And what do we have? About 700 connections through there.
Yeah.
A couple thousand people have looked at it, and over 700 people have liked it. We started to get a little bit nervous that random people would show up. So we will have a doorman when we really start serving alcohol later. But
we've had every major account in Portland show up.
Yes.
Cool.
And out of all those accounts, I've looked at it, about 100 possible doors, we've captured about 20%. And so
that's fantastic.
Yeah, that's exactly what we
especially for a first try.
First show.
Nobody's ever heard of this.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
And we quickly started to realize the more brands that we had, more top quality brands that we had, the more doors we're going to take the time out on a random Tuesday to come and see us. And whether they buy, whether they book appointments, or whether they just come for a drink and we shake their hand and meet them, it's all a win. It's all to promote independent eyewear. Period.
I love it.
Lenses.
So you just said something. I'm going to extend this interview. It's going a little long, but you said on a random Tuesday.
Yeah.
I like that because historically for 50 years, and I know everybody's a little different, retail is slowest day is Tuesday. And would you talk about why this and not Vision Expo, or why not a bigger get together really quick? Because I think there were some really special things that happened here that just aren't.
We knew that on a Tuesday people would be in town. And oftentimes when you do a show on the weekend, if it's not an official show, most opticians are not going to be hanging around, or they're going to be, like you were saying, their busiest day is a Saturday. So we felt like this random Tuesday, we'd be able to lock those people in, and either on their lunch break or after hours, they've been able to make it happen. And it was pretty short, the notice that we gave them. Yeah. And it's been incredible to see all these opticians come in on their lunches. And, for the limited amount of time they have in the day, they come here. And so there's so much passion in this town, and we hope in the future when we do more events to be able to capture that same kind of optician, the one that actually cares about independent eyewear and wants to come through.
Cares enough to bother.
The opportunity to for the people that didn't get to go to Vision Expo all the way on the East Coast, to come to see some of the best frame lines in the country, in the world,
and some brands that aren't at Expo.
That's right.
Which is like also a great thing. Like Native Sons is here, for instance, today. No one's seen them at Expo or had an opportunity to see them up until now.
Cool.
So, and we feel like these brands are relevant. I think in the future we're going to do the same thing. We're going to find reps that we believe in and lines that we believe in to promote eyewear, independent eyewear.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we're in Portland. This is Addie and Brett, and we're at the after party. Good job, guys. We'll get back to work now, and hopefully we'll end it on a super high note.
Yes.
Yes.
Very good.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.